live.
We're live. All right, guys, we are live. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? I am getting situated right here. I'm second guessing my outfit. I think I'm gonna put a t-shirt on. I wanted you guys to see the Abercrombie top that I kind of held up last week on because it's so cute. This is linked in the description, but like how cozy and cute is this top? This is brown, not black piping. It's like espresso brown. I love it. The zipper is adorable. I just feel like I'm gonna wear this a ton. And sitting down, I was so confident and I'm like, okay, great, let's go. And then I'm like, I'm gonna spill on myself. I'm gonna spill on myself. I just know it. And so part of me is like, we'll share, model, show, and then take it off and put a ratty t-shirt on because I have ruined so many beautiful clothes this past week alone. I don't even know why. I literally was filming a video where I was like, I don't like the Road blush and I know everyone loves it, but I don't. And the weirdest thing happened literally as I'm holding it open and I was wearing the new gray sweater that I got from Abercrombie also. The whole thing like went boop, 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 boop. It like, I ruined that sweater. Like, I don't even know what is up. I am clumsy times 10 right now. So I think I'm gonna check in on the chat, but I think I'm gonna change. How are you guys doing? Hi, you guys, good morning. Shaving cream can help get out makeup stains. I'm gonna try that because I am desperate. I am desperate. I was like, maybe makeup brush like cleaner could do it. I was so bummed out because I had not even worn that sweater. I literally just modeled it for you guys. And it was the one that was gray that's like a great color for me because it's like a bright gray, like fuzzy, cozy. And I was like, I'm gonna film with this on because like I feel so good with it on. It's so nice. Boop, 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 boop. Just like dark orange blush here, here. Like terrible, terrible. There's a Mexican pink soap bar that'll take it out. Is that the one that so many people use to clean their brushes with that I see online? Probably. You guys are so helpful. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be reading back the chat after I'm done with this when I'm in my laundry room because I have 2 shirts that I've destroyed this past week. I got foundation on a cardigan. I got foundation on another white shirt and then the sweater. So you know what? I have convinced myself in the opening of this live before we get to all of like the cool makeup, we are gonna do a full face. I'm changing, but it's cute, right? It's so cute. Okay.
Oh, wow.
James is like, oh,
hello.
Stay off camera.
All right, all right, all right.
Okay. All right, I know this ratty old thing.
Oh.
James is like, don't you have any like better t-shirt? I'm like, no, because this one, for some reason, this is also how it works. I really don't care if anything gets on this t-shirt. Does it ever? No. It's like something with the mind when you're like, oh, don't spill on this one. And then, you know, that happens. And then when you don't care about something, flawless, not one single stain. Oh my gosh. All right.
So we're gonna do a Tati lip. We're gonna do a thumbnail in this shirt. Is that what you're gonna wear?
You know what, James? Pipe down. This shirt is fine. This shirt is fine. People are here to be in the makeup energy and to have fun. And I don't think that they will mind my ratty white t-shirt. Gosh, I hope not.
You know what? I'm gonna win the Husband of the Year award and lose it in the same breath. I do laundry and I'm gonna burn that shirt.
No, you're not. I love this shirt. It's the perfect cut and they don't make it anymore and it's so soft. And it's like a security blanket.
It's like a Hanes V-neck
shirt. Do you know
shirt.
what? It's not. I
spent
money on this. I've just had it for too many years.
It looks like a Hanes men's V-neck shirt.
Well, I like it.
I can get you a new one for $4.99.
You know what? Take the thumbnail and leave. Okay.
Change your shirt.
You know what?
Sorry, let's go again.
You are losing points right now. Oh my gosh, you're making me laugh so hard. My vein is popping. Hold on. Deep breaths. Does anyone else have an annoying forehead vein? Because I have one right here. And if James stresses me out.
Does anyone else have an annoying husband?
Okay.
Do you like me to grab those bangs?
No, I'm hiding my no makeup face. Don't you know the plan?
Change. Look this way. And...
Do you know what? You're stressing. Look at my vein. I'm about to have a heart attack.
Got
Yay!
it.
Thank you. James is going to be on Santa's naughty list. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Someone else says, I have a forehead vein and I don't know how to hide it. You know what we do? We breathe deep. We try to not caffeinate. Yikes. I noticed that caffeine really, really sets it off, but I'm like, let me like weigh the pros and cons here. I want something a little fun in the morning. Does it kind of like hype me up? Yeah, it's doing its job, but then it like hypes me up a little bit too much. But also here's the thing, it's not just stress that does this vein, and I do have pretty thin skin, so it's just like, it's kind of always been there, but it is an insecurity of mine. It's if I'm stressed out, it shows up, or if I'm laughing really hard. Like if I'm laughing, it will just be like, whoom, whoom, whoom. So it's like one of the two. If I'm calm, if I'm like just done some deep breathing and I'm calm, it's gone. It's away. Blood pressure is down. But yeah, oof. Zote is the bar soap. I'm gonna write that down. Oh my gosh, that was actually not nice, but I am changing my hair color and I probably look old and ill to Daisy because I don't have makeup on right now and I pretty much have done nothing this morning to glamorize myself. But we are each other's mirrors, so I'll leave it at that. I hope you do a better job loving yourself. Okay, good morning, you guys. Let's get some makeup on. Okay, she is bare. She is. The Tati list is activated. All right, you guys, welcome to the live. I am gonna start with a hydrating primer because she needs it. She needs it. Okay, look, we're all entitled to our opinions. I just think sometimes they're better left unsaid if it's something that sways negative, you know? Like, why? What good does it do to the world? Oh my gosh. Okay, Kristen Dominique's primers are amazing. This is a hydrating gripping primer. I love it. Hello to the Tati list. Hey, we can all learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta call it out. I just really, when I say we are each other's mirrors, like I think when we feel crap about ourselves, we tend to push that out on someone else. And it might be a good thing to look at that, you know? When we compliment someone else, we're usually in a good place, you know? I have a new iPad holder, so like I'm looking up more. Can you guys tell? Because I felt like I was using my little like mirror stand for my iPad. I wish you guys could see this thing. It's like so legit. It's anchored on my desk. It's like this big metal thing. But yeah, in previous lives, I'm always like hovered kind of over. Can you guys see this? Kind of. Anyway, you can't see it. Okay. We're a little hydrated. A little hydrated. This is the makeup I'm planning on using today. Did any of you guys see over on TikTok me talking about this powder? Because this is legitimately the weirdest thing I have ever used as far as makeup, period. This is a waterproof powder, and literally you can pour water on it, touch it immediately, and it's not wet. And the craziest thing about this is it's talc-free. It doesn't look bulky or makeup-y on the face at all. This is linked. It's not very expensive either. My makeup never looked more locked in all day long than when I used this, and I'm gonna use it today. It is so good. Hey, Justin King, I see you. And Lori, I know you're in the chat too, you guys. Thank you for being here. Okay, we're gonna get rid of a little bit of my problem area. You guys know the drill with this. Everything that I'm using, if I forget to say something, it's all listed in the description box. So you can take a look. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to put on my Peter Thomas Roth and also cook my lips with a little bit of Plumper. Hi.
We can't do another thumbnail.
Why? No.
Because the other one failed.
James, please. Okay. Get my products.
Oh, got it.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
Wow, you're such a supermodel. Thank you so much to Erica. You are so sweet. Dry skin girly needing help, use CeraVe. Use the night cream as primer. When I'm like really, really dry, that is what I use. But also make sure that you're using retinols too and some kind of exfoliant at night. That can be a big helper. All right, I am gonna go in with this magical Instant Eye FirmX. This guy, every day of my life, I have been using this. It is so good. I don't always use it underneath though, and I'm just gonna use it, well, am I gonna use it underneath? Should I? Maybe. Where's a mirror? The problem with using it underneath the eyes is you don't want to then go in with a brush, and I like to use my details brush to put on concealer. What I find is underneath the eye, it kind of lifts a little bit of the product. So if I am using this underneath the eye, I do like to use a sponge, which I'm gonna have to summon James back here to clean, to be my helping hand, because I did not do that before this. But I just use the tiniest amount, and I feel like this makes your lines completely vanish. It's like my under eye area stays so smooth. My upper lid gets a little bit of a lift. If you use too much of it, it will dry down slightly powdery. And if you pull at the eye too much, it will kind of pill a little bit. So it's not the easiest thing to work with, but does it give you a really good result? Yes, it does. Especially if you're someone with big, like large bags under the eyes, like that is the most dramatic before and after that you will see with this kind of a product. And this is still on sale at Sephora. I linked Sephora. Okay. Anything is breaking your face out. CeraVe, used it for years. Have you tried light therapy? Because that can help. But also when you're having irritation to a lot of products, sometimes that is a signal that there could be something imbalanced hormonally that is going on the inside. Food allergies, that kind of a thing. Start documenting what you're eating, how you're sleeping, how you're feeling, and try to see like those areas where you're breaking out more versus less. That always helped me in the past. I had cystic acne as a teen. I know how terrible it is to feel like everything is breaking you out. So if you start for a while, like journaling what you're using on the skin, how you're feeling, what you're eating, kind of become your own detective, that can help. And don't try too many things at once. Like when you're being reactive, whether it's acne or contact dermatitis to anything, that's not the time to introduce new makeup, new product. It's the time to really simplify. Kind of like if you're trying to figure out a food allergy, you want to do an elimination diet and then put things back in. That's kind of how I feel the approach should be when you are irritated by products. You've got to kind of locate what's the root cause. Okay, I'm gonna take this Dr. Dennis Gross. What a name. Like literally how like 0 F's given to be like, I have a skincare line at Dennis Gross. We're gonna go in with the Plump and Repair Lip Treatment. This does have a little bit of a burn to it. I like putting this on while I'm doing my face and eyes, and then I kind of take it off when I'm gonna do my lips. Thank you to E.L. Bean. I don't know your name. Thank you for mentioning that we should all hit the like button. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I just looked at how many of you are here. A lot of you are here. Welcome to the show. We will, by the way, also be doing another giveaway session on Thursday. So today we're just getting ready together and hanging out. I have meetings today. I'm gonna try and film a little bit after this, but then I have actual like big girl, big things meetings. So I'm just in real time getting ready with you guys. Thank you so much to Joe Gamer. You finally made it to a live. Happy that you are here. To Amanda. I'm trying the new Peter Thomas Roth right now. It's literally cooking underneath my eyes and it's making everything feel so tight. It's so weird because you can actually feel this product working, which I really enjoy. I like the sensation. I like that I can feel it doing something and I'm into it. So as far as makeup today, we are gonna be trying out a little bit of new Half Magic to put underneath and shape out the eye, Natasha Denona, this mini palette. And I have these glosses from Lancome. They kind of look like the Fenty tube, not gonna lie. This is shade 33. I think this looks really, really pretty. And then I got in PR these Jane Iredale. I love Jane Iredale so much, like literally underrated. They're now in Ulta, but their bronzer sticks and blush sticks in the past have just wowed me to no end. They have a liquid blush that I'm so curious about, so we're gonna swatch it, try that. I'm gonna do my face first today, actually, so we're gonna get into foundation. Let's do it. Let's do foundation. I'm gonna do my normal thing that I've been doing. I can't get away from the Givenchy Doll 10 combo, so that's just what we're gonna do. Doesn't it leave a dry texture after it dries up? If you use too much, it will. But if you just put like the tiniest amount, and I am gonna use a sponge to do my concealer. Normally I use a brush, but when I do this underneath the eyes, I find that a pressing motion is much better than a swiping motion. Does Peter Thomas Roth cream have long-term health benefits? Like, does it actually help the wrinkles? I don't know. I mean, part of me thinks maybe because you're not having that wrinkling happening throughout the day as much, but like I'm someone that has my face in a camera all the time, and I can tell, like especially on my iPhone, when I pull out my camera to go on IG or anything like that or snap a quick photo, when I'm using this, everything is like very, very smooth and it lasts like pretty much all day. If I'm not using it now, I notice because I see a few of these lines kind of interrupting my concealer, and I don't, of course, love that. Like, who does? The paddle part of my brush, someone asked, how do you clean the paddle part? I typically wash this and then I will take like a makeup wipe and kind of use a little pressure to get close to the base here. But also make sure when you're using the ES2, you don't want to be like swiping where you're getting a ton of foundation in the actual ferrule. Try to get used to just picking up a tiny bit of product on the tip. You really don't need to use a lot of product with this brush. So I think it's a learning curve of when you're first using this style of a foundation brush, which I am going to use today, to kind of swipe on the palette and then you're getting a lot of foundation in here. Less is more. I can do my entire face with one pump of foundation. Normally with a sponge, I will use so much more. Did you hear that MAC is going into Sephora in the USA? Yes, I'm excited about that. I really like MAC. But I also saw that they had like mini lipstick end caps at CVS. Have you guys seen that? Just me? Was that a dream? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go in with my little concoction here. And I'm gonna mix her up real good. Can you use the light in your eyes palette you showed on Schmick? I could do that next Tuesday. I already wanted to use Half Magic today, just because it's new and I haven't tried it out yet, and I love Half Magic. They have a shadow called Pebble that I obsess over, and the light in your eyes palette is harder to find. But thank you for the request. Tati, I asked this in an IG message. What is the difference between your foundation brush versus Patrick Ta's? It's due to the shorter, his is thicker. So mine on the side is, you can't even see it. Like you just see the ferrule, you're dead on. It's like razor thin. His has more of, like, where'd my other brush here go? Where did you go? Oh my gosh, where's my contour brush? Ah. Not this thick, but it's more, it's like that. It's got a little more thickness, which would be great for contouring. You know, I think it looks like a great brush, but they are very different. Also, this is like a hexagon shape that's pretty densely packed. The fibers are a lot softer on my brushes, so there are differences. All right, let's go in. If you see, I'm grabbing where I'm not going all the way down to that ferrule. And I'm gonna get my hair as much out of the way as possible. And then I just start painting. And it just leaves like the perfect amount on the skin. Do we see that lip plumper already working? My God. I like that I can really get around the nose with this brush, because normally I have like a weird gap in my foundation when I can't get that close to it. So then I just flip and press. And I've recently been trying to not over foundation my forehead, just because I don't have a need to do anything up there other than even things out. And if you have texture on the forehead, like the more makeup, the more the texture is going to show. And I make all sorts of weird makeup faces. And if you're not doing that, you're not doing your makeup right. Thank you guys for encouraging everyone to hit the like button. The thumbnail's hilarious right now. Oh God, I can't see it. Is James up to no good and I don't know? Mascara face is the best. Yes, it is. I do weird lipstick face, weird contour face, weird mascara face, weird foundation face. The whole thing. The whole thing. I could do an edited down, me making weird AF makeup faces that get edited out of most of my videos. And on live, I'm here just like, well, you know, it is what it is. James, if you're watching, can you bounce back here? Oh my gosh, you're in the hall. How did I know? I felt you.
Hey, something momentous just happened.
What?
Lori, we just made you a moderator.
Lori, you are a professional moderator. It's about time. No way.
I saw that someone was unhappy about what was going on in the comments, and I couldn't find where someone was being naughty, but I know that Lori knows. So, Lori, do a good job. Don't disappoint me.
Lori will do an excellent job. Oh my gosh, team leader.
Oh, look, and she's blue.
Oh my God, Lori, you are so legit. This is awesome.
This is actually our first moderator ever. Lori, you earned it. You deserve it. You're awesome, and thank you.
Oh my gosh.
All right, what
I'm
else did you
smiling
need?
so hard I'm ruining my Peter Thomas Roth. I need, because I used special eye stuff, can you be my hero? I'm gonna be Brat. Can you please
Yes.
clean this? Thank you, you're the best ever.
I know.
Husband of the year.
Yep, green flag.
Green, yes, he's my green flag husband. Oh my gosh, I love it. Everyone's living for Lori in the chat. Lori, I have to tell you, I will never forget driving to my fulfillment center and checking in on the live, how I had like the brushes up and the countdown, and you were in there all day long, like telling people what the deal was. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so generous. Like, I can't believe she's spending her time this way. It's so generous. And I'd go and like do my work, and I'd come back into the chat and Lori's there, and I'm like what the heck? At one point she was like, sorry, I went to make a sandwich, and like came back, and I'm like, she's like part of the team. We love it. Thank you so much. Okay, the Peter Thomas Roth definitely makes things like under your eye smooth, but I wouldn't use it in a rush because it's a little more challenging to blend everything out, like, just not gonna lie. If you don't wear makeup, go for it all day, every day. It's kind of only when you put makeup on top of it that it wants to be a little bit of an issue. And I tend to be quite the psycho with how I blend my foundation when I have my neck exposed, especially. So now I'm gonna go in with a different brush, the SP1, and kind of make sure everything is evened out. Sorry, there's my bra. Okay. So for me, like, I stay pretty, like, my skin's pretty tan on my arms, my chest, but my neck never gets sunshine at all. I tan really easy, you guys know that. But for most people, that tends to be the case. So you want to take at least a powder bronzer or a little excess of your foundation and just graze the neck. We're not looking to like full shellac, like do like full foundation. That's why I changed the brush up, because this is a dual fiber brush that is really friendly to just lay down just a kiss of product and fluff it out very quickly. So this one's great on the body. But you don't want to forget that step, especially if you're wearing something that's V-neck or your chest is exposed. You don't want to have like multi different colored body parts, you know? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're the best. Okay. So now we will conceal and we will cross our fingers that Peter Thomas Roth doesn't embarrass me in front of my friends. Princess is princessing. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you. To Makeup by Sally, thank you so much. All right, we're going in with P2 High Glam Concealer from Natasha Denona, the queen of concealer. And we're gonna pat. Like, I'm already telling myself, we're not gonna pull, we're gonna pat. The drink I'm drinking right now is just like a little vitamin mineral drink. Little concoction of mine. I like to kind of go with my concealer a little bit up on the nose right there to do a very natural reverse contour. I think we did it. I think we achieved success, because honestly, every other time I use this product, like if I'm just giving you the real tea, there have been moments I've been able to like course correct that I've been like, oh my God, like what is happening? So it is like, it is a tricky product. Tati doing her makeup in a white shirt, like the queen that she is. Oh, well, you clearly didn't see the intro of this live because I had a big puffy, beautiful half zip on that is cream. And I'm like, nope, I know myself. And honestly, I think this t-shirt, I love it, but it's like dumpy. It's like an old t-shirt. So I was like, well, what's the worst that could happen? You know, this old thing, it's fine. So if you notice, I am pat, pat, pat pressing, and I'm not someone that blends quickly, especially with the face. Like sometimes I watch people online and I'm like, is it just for show? And they like chop and like go back in with a close-up mirror and blend. Like, I don't know how the editing goes down, but like when I see people like go like this and then they're done, like I want to reach my arms through and be like you're not done, you know, like we can get away with so much on our phones with a filter, with lights, but in real life, you're three-dimensional. And people are gonna see if you have whack concealer that's like not blended, they're gonna see it. And I think you want as the goal to have blended nice makeup, right? I think sometimes we've lost the goal of where do you wanna look good? In a photo? Sometimes if it's an event, I get it, you have to do your makeup differently for that. But in your day-to-day reality, who are you trying to look good for? You want to look good out in the world or just on your phone? Okay. I don't know why my foundation's being a little funny today. Sometimes if it's a little too bright, I'll go on top and do this business and kind of slightly use an underpainting technique, if you will. Like it's not intentional, but I'm kind of taking down a little bit of that brightness just by pouncing the excess over where I feel it's a little bit bright. So we're always adjusting. We're always like taking a look and then going, oh, I only want the brightness to kind of be right in this region. So I'm just gonna slightly take it down, and now things feel a little more diffused and blended. So after Peter Thomas Roth serum, do you pat it wet or dry? You don't want it soaking wet, but you don't want to go in with a dry beauty blender either, because you want the beauty blender to actually pick up some of the concealer and pull it into the sponge. It's part of the magic of using the pressing motion with a sponge, is it's giving and taking at the same time, and that does tend to give a really smooth finish where you have like the right amount of product pressed in. And I haven't found that using the beauty blender wet, like again, not soaking wet, has disrupted any of the Peter Thomas Roth that's already dry. You just want to make sure that you let Peter Thomas Roth sit underneath the eyes for about 7 minutes before you go in with anything. And you definitely don't want to put like an oily under eye cream on top of it or anything like that. We're going in with like minimal product, knowing how we're working with the system here, and that is that. All right, next. Oh, I want to put on a little bronzer, just like a tiny little bit. We're gonna go in with Estée. I love this one. I'm back in it big time. I'm gonna go in with, I was calling this an SP4, SP2. I happen to have, because I'm the creator of Details by Tati, I have a lot of brushes. And I love the SP2 so much for contour and then for blush, that I actually use 2 of them We will be doing individual brushes. We're already working on that, so stay tuned. Just because I know there are certain brushes that like people want multiples of, people only want to buy one of, and I hear you guys, and we will be coming out with those as soon as possible. But everything takes like forever and a day is what I have found with creating products. It's just what it is. It's a lot of moving parts. Any reviews on Revi Beauty Skin Cream or lip liners? I love the lip liners. To be fair, I have not tried the cream. I have it. I need to try it. I do my best. Like I'm already trying like 4 different creams right now for review, and I try for my skin's safety to not like overdo the skincare. I get sent a lot of skincare and I buy a lot of skincare because I'm just curious. And my skin can only handle so much, you know? But I do have it, and I've heard really good things about it. Okay. I do want to go in with lips just because I can't stand looking at myself with no lips on. I'm going to take Il Maquillage. No, wait, I'm not. I'm going to take... Wherever Walnut and Creme de Nude from MAC. My hair is out of control right now. What is going on? I always feel so much better once I finally have a lip on. It's just one of those things. And sometimes this is like I'm giving you extra secret sauce. If you have a velour puff that you designate for your lips, once you have your lip liner on, if you take just a dab of powder and lightly go over the lip liner, I'm giving you all my tricks right now. If you have lips that have a lip line where it's bleeding, where you have those vertical lines that are super annoying, and your lipstick wants to bleed, take a moment, put the lip liner on, lightly powder, go back in with the same lip liner. It just helps to like double seal it in. And almost helps like a little bit of volume to happen with the lip liner itself, because you're putting down a line, you're slightly powdering, and you're going on top of it with another light line. There's just like a little bit of bulk, but it's like locked in. Okay, now we're gonna go in with a touch of Creme de Nude from MAC. I'm just going to dab this just to brighten the center. And now we're gonna go in with the Lancome Juicy Treats. This is a hyaluronic acid infused lip gloss. Comes in a box like this. What are you called? This is the new Juicy Treat with 20% squalene, 3D Juicy Shine Oil and Gloss, up to 24 hours of hydration. This is the shade 33. I do have everything linked in the description box if you're curious to take a closer look. That's freaking gorgeous. That is prettier than I expected. And the applicator, by the way, look at that. It's like kind of short, fat, and then swooped in the right way to really hug your lip. I absolutely love that. Like, I die hard, immediately love this one. Let's see what the other colors are real quick. This is shade 40. I have shade 33 linked because I was like, oh, it's pink. I want to wear that. Like, that's the one. Do I have one more in here? I thought I had one more. Oh, here we go. Thank you so much. Someone says they love my rings. This one right here, I did actually link. This is the mesh ring. I got it off of TikTok, but it's sold by QVC. Look at this. It literally, like, it's not firm. And it's actually incredibly well made. I love this one. The rest of them I've had for ages and ages. So shade 40, and then this is shade 60. These are so pretty. 60, 40. 30 is the one that I'm wearing. Oh my gosh, I kind of had a bad attitude about these. I was like, this looks like Fenty. It doesn't look like anything that special. It's an oil gloss. Yay, we've seen it. But the way this feels and the doe foot applicator, it's a little bit minty too. So I'm getting like kind of a little something. It doesn't say it's plumper, but it's giving a little something. Sarah says, I have shade 40. It looks much darker in the tube. The applicator is fabulous. Yeah, I actually swatching it on my hand, I'm like, oh, that's really, really nice. It has that depth and kind of like a great fall color, but not overly saturated. I like these. These are cute. What are we doing? I feel lost without my bracelets on, so we're gonna pop them on. Fenty Fussy is really, really good too. I mean, that's like an iconic gloss. I've loved that one forever. Okay, time to play with blushes. Now, these actually kind of scare me because I typically do not like this kind of a blush. So we're jumping off the deep end right now and just going for it because I need to get out of my comfort zone and potentially sacrifice a good makeup day every once in a while just to like play with what's trendy, what's new, kind of trying to get into some techniques that maybe I haven't always loved, but I can be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't there a trend out there that at first you're like, no way, never. And then all of a sudden you find yourself buying barrel jeans. Like that happened to me. So the way that I'm just gonna do it the typical way. Okay, suck it up, Tati, and just do this. Okay, I'm going to, I cannot wait to powder my face. I have the kind of face that just my hair sticks to and everything looks literally crazy until I powder. I don't know how people don't powder. Okay, we're gonna go boom, boom, and just see if that's enough. This is the shade Heartbreaker. Pray to God. I'm like holding my breath while I'm blending this. This is usually when I'm filming tutorials, get ready with me's. This is the part where I'm just like, dang it, I hate it. I don't know, jury's out. I just feel like this kind of a formula, if you have any melasma, pigmentation, it does tend to almost like eat away your foundation. So everything that you covered up somehow gets very exposed. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, Lori, you are a saint. You are sending people to my Amazon storefront. Literally, the best. Justin, your face is the same way. Not powdering is not the vibe. I feel like my face literally looks like I haven't showered, like I look lumpy. It is exaggerating everything I don't want exaggerated until I freaking lay down some powder. It's just not for me. I see people rocking glass skin and I'm like, you have no, like I have a lot of, like, a bone here, a bone here. Like I feel like I have not a full face, right? So it like looks terrible on me. I don't know. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. To Sadie, not gonna lie, love a more mellow vibe than last week's crazy one. Well, get ready because Thursday is going to be equally crazy. So let's just enjoy that we are just getting ready and taking our sweet time, because I have been cooking up more giveaways because I feel like Santa's little helper when I'm putting giveaway boxes together, and then I end up going to my closet of beauty things and I'm like jamming more stuff in there, and it literally, maybe this is kind of selfish, I don't know, but like it gives me a nice dopamine rush to be like gifts and gifts, and like it feels good. It's a feel good. So Thursday will also be a little wild. Stay tuned. I also like put my little Tati notes in the box and everything, and I'm so happy for everybody that won the Fenty giveaway. That was so random, but it's one of those things that just like worked out. Like it just worked out. I feel like it was crazy, like the chat was blowing up and going wild, but it was fun, and I think we can have some variety. We can like be chill on Tuesday, a little wild on Thursday. Tati Elf, so what is James? I don't know. But we both feel the same way. Powder seems to accent my fine lines. I own a dozen different powders, but they just don't seem to work for me. How are you applying it? Try applying less. And if you need to bring your face back to life, use a good setting mist after the powder. That's always like a great thing to do. And also think about where you're laying the powder down. Like, I don't want to be shiny through here. I don't want this line accentuated. I don't want this lump, whatever this is, accentuated. So like I want to mattify through here. I don't go too heavy on the powder out here. So it's not like I totally powder down the entire face, but where there are areas that I don't want reflection, powder definitely helps. And if anything looks too intense, chalky, dry, you might either be using too much or you just need a good setting mist. I saw where you are put the I saw where you are to put the Peter Thomas Roth should be applied after makeup. I saw a few people putting it on after makeup. I can't even imagine. It just was making me uncomfortable. I'll try it, but the instructions say to put it on clean skin. Okay, I don't know how I'm feeling about that blush, if I'm being fully honest. Maybe it's the color, maybe it's the placement. I don't know. The battle that I have with this kind of a formula. I just do better with a cream. All right, we do need to powder and move to eyes, so I am going to take my finger and pat out any creases that may have happened. You never want to set a crease. Now I'm gonna go into, this is like seriously the craziest powder ever, Carslan. This is the Black Magnet Soft Focus Powder. They have a bunch of different shades. I have the brightening one. I'm going to load up a velour puff, and I am definitely going to spank off the excess. I'm going to start down by my nose, pressing and moving upward. You guys are about to be so wowed. This powder is freaking crazy. Are we seeing how half of my face is enormously blurred? Like literally that line right here on this side just went away. It's absurd what this does. You can add a little more. And it like locks in. It's so weird how it stays put. You stay looking so locked in all day. I'm just using a Revolution Beauty puff that they sent in PR. You can use any like cheapy puff off of Amazon. Yes, I wish I still had the Blendiful. Maybe one day that'll be brought back, but any old puff will do. And for this kind of a powder, I do like a puff. If it's loose, I like a brush. Okay. Now we are taking, no, I'm not going to go that big. I do want to take a brush for the forehead. I'm taking the ES3 and just tapping. Now with this powder, it is going to look very powdery and almost a little bit too bright until I bronze and spray the face. So it's one of those that you kind of have to go with the flow and trust the process for sure, but it does warm up with your skin. It does settle a little bit and come more back to life. But when I tell you that it holds and completely diffuses lines and pores, it is so, so good. Trying to read all of your comments right now. Okay. All right, I'm just moving on. We need to get to eyes. No, we need bronzer. I'm gonna go in with Hung Van Gogh and Straightforward. I have been hooked. I just keep using this one. I just like it. I keep reaching for it. It's my go-to. And I think I need just a touch more blush, so Ilia is gonna save the day. I really do love this palette so much. These two right here. Go in with a little bit of the highlighter from this palette. Okay, we're kind of brought back to life a little bit. And, you know, I am gonna, no, what am I gonna do? You guys are seeing the real, I'm like, yes, no, what do we do? I need to contour the nose a little bit, and then I'm gonna spray the face before I go to eyes. Oh my God, this packaging on this though is terrible. Literally, Ilia, could you have done a better job with the packaging? The product in here, I would probably buy each individual product for sure. Like, I love the formula. It's infused with squalene, edelweiss extract. You have skincare ingredients here. In here, it's baked, it's sheer. It does not enhance texture. The wear time is great. The blush is like a whisper of a kiss of a blush. It's not punchy in your face. Like everything about this I love. I hate the packaging. It's hard to open. The mirror keeps falling out. Drive me nuts. Drive me nuts. Sorry to Debbie doll. She's like, I just said I like the packaging. You know, we all have different needs and tastes and opinions. I wanted it to be a little bit fancier. But like also, who am I to be like, hey, do what I want? Do you know what I'm saying? But in my head, I'm just thinking like I'm kind of over the hourglass, like every year we get the same palette, but the covers are always so beautiful and like golden with designs and like they're so aesthetically pleasing and you're paying an arm and a leg for them. I just felt like for a holiday, like this just didn't, someone said it looked like a bedpan and I can't get that out of my head. So yeah, that's how I feel. That was the best one. Someone said it looked like a kidney. Another person is like, it looks like a bedpan. All right, I missed what's happening to Debbie, but sending you healing vibes too with the rest of the crew. A kidney bean. So last night after I was done filming, literally up behind me, do we see this mess up here? I was trying to put things in the bad bin because I'm a picky woman. I said what I said. I like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. And James is in here and literally, I don't know what happened. Like a bunch of stuff started falling off the shelf and I was like, help me, help me. And he was like trapped behind the camera and like couldn't get to me fast enough. So much of this crap went flying off the shelf. I had broken shadow palettes on the ground. This tray that's normally displayed behind me that has a photo from the photo shoot that goes up here fell on the ground. Thank God it didn't break. But yeah, I have really bad luck with like breaking palettes recently. And I don't know why this just came to my head, the Ilia palette. The mirror's already broken in there and I'm afraid I'm going to drop that one because if you have a baked product, they do break easily, so be careful. And thank you for listening to my pointless story. Sometimes the things that just rattle in my brain while I'm sitting here, I need to empty out the bad bin. There's too much. There's just too much of what I don't like. So literally when I'm trying makeup back here, if I'm doing a live or if I'm doing a video and I immediately am like, not having it, it just wanders up there and then I kind of rifle through that to do any of my dedicated de-influencing don't buy this videos. So now you know. Now you know. Okay, just like a subtle little something for my nose. I've been an allergy woman and I swear it changes the shape of my nose. This always happens with the season change. And like, I don't know, like a lot of people love fall. I don't. I try to get into it. I'm like, ooh, sweaters. But like, I love the summertime so much. So I'm going through a bit of a grieving process that I cannot park it outside every day right now. Anyone else? I would do really well living someplace that was just not California, but someplace that was just sunny all of the time. I don't need fall or winter. Tati, fall is just summer light. I mean, kind of, but like around here it gets a little crazy. Okay, we're finally in our makeup journey. We are about to get to eyes. I'm not the most happy with my base today. If I can, like, the blush has thrown me for a loop. Is it workable, doable? Yes. Did I use perhaps a little too much of the Peter Thomas Roth? Potentially. I'm still learning how to figure this one out. Like, I think the powder is clinging to it a little bit more than I would like. Also, I've been doing this long enough, like when I do my makeup and I'm trying new products constantly, I notice the small differences. So most people be like, you're overthinking it or you're being too like picky about it. And it's like, it's my job. Like, I'm here to notice how products work together, how they don't, how they lay down, how they wear. What will get you as the consumer like your best. Like, I'm here to do the dirty work and to find out what's the ick, what's with the formula, what products it plays friendly with, like all that stuff. So I feel like day to day, like when I'm having an amazing makeup day, I make sure to like track all the products, what they were, I list out everything, and then when something's just like really terrible, it gets put up here. So that's kind of the deal in my normal life. Like, I'm never not working in a way when I do my makeup. Like, I have not done my makeup just for me in the past like 15 years because I'm always thinking about these things. All right, so we're gonna go into this little baby Natasha Denona. I wanna say this is like 25, 30 bucks, which is still kind of expensive for a teeny tiny little palette. We're gonna go in. Am I gonna prime? Am I not? I'm not gonna prime. I'm just gonna go in straight away with the transition shade right here. And I'm gonna be using my pointed ES4 tapered, beautiful. It has this nice kind of diamond tip brush. And we're just going to throw this in the crease. That is a lot lighter than I had thought, so I'm actually just gonna fan it everywhere. That was a little weird. Going one step down, the middle of the palette, taking this kind of camel shade. What I'm going to do is start right up here where I want the majority of the pigment, and I'm gonna start wiggling my brush. Get the bulk of that pigment right there in that outer portion of the upper crease. Givenchy or Armani Luminous Silk, Givenchy all the way. Luminous Silk reformulated. It's not the same as it used to be. Oh my gosh, who just said I look chic in a white tee? Lindsay, thank you. I'm gonna be sure to show my husband this comment. He hates this shirt so much. I get it. I'm looking at the monitor and I'm like, girl, could you even like de-wrinkle it? No, I'm just here to get ready. But thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. So with your crease, placement is so important. I say this every week as I'm here getting ready, right? I want to reiterate to you guys, you don't want to grab your product and just go like right over here and start windshield wiper motions. Be really trained in your mind. Where do you want the depth? Where do you want the bulk of the shadow? Because where your brush touches the lid first is where you're going to be blending out from. That's how you get that nice blurred, fanned out effect. So for me, I want my eyes to be a little bit wider. I'm not looking for them to be more round. I'm not looking for them to be closer together. So if you are, then you could start in the middle or more in the inner crease. That can look really pretty. We all have different eye shapes, different face shapes, but for the majority of us, like the standard balancing effect of what will look good on everyone is starting a little bit out. I see a lot of people, they do kind of throw the color in the crease really quickly, but they're not thinking of where the brush is touching first. And just that simple little technique can change how everything looks. Because now, and I keep repeating, if I grab any more product, I'm going right up in there and then I'm pulling in. So it's not that I don't want to get color in this inner portion, it's that I don't want the intensity to be there. I just used your foundation brush for the first time to apply my number one from Chanel. My foundation has never looked this good. One pump for my whole face. Love this brush. I am telling you guys, the foundation brush pays for itself because you will use way less product. And if you're someone that uses Givenchy foundation, Chanel foundation, more expensive foundation, it's gonna stretch. You're not gonna be spending $60 on a new bottle just as soon, you know? And even if you're not spending a ton of money on your foundation, like, you still don't wanna waste product. So once I kind of have that color where I want it, that's when I take the brush and I start doing circular motions all together, kind of going on that outer portion a little bit up and out. Tati, what do you think about the Kylie skin tint on normal, dryish skin? I haven't tried it. I have not tried it. What's your guys' favorite skin tint? Like, do you have one that is a little more coveragey? I still like the Wet n Wild one. There aren't many skin tints that I love, to be honest. They just look gloppy on me. They patch apart. They don't wear well. They exaggerate dry spots. Like, they just haven't been my thing. And then for my eyes, because I have one eye that has way more lid exposed over here, and this is my eye, like, James will always be like, you are so hard on yourself, stop doing that. I'm like, I have a very extremely uneven face. I don't like it. And it's so funny because if I'm working out a lot, which I'm lifting weights again, and my neck is a little bit tight, I swear these muscles, they all connect to make this part of my face tighter, and then my eye does this even more. But this is my tricky eye. So if you are like me, which honestly, just about 100% of people on the planet have, you know, symmetry is not perfect, right? So what you want to do as best you can, like, don't make yourself crazy over it. As long as your makeup is blended, it's fine. But we can cheat the system just a little bit. So what I like to do is always, like, if you see me with the mirror like this, like, I'm looking dead on in the mirror and I'm seeing, where do I need just a little more depth to open this side up? And it won't always come together until you have your liner and lashes on. Like, it can almost look bad until you have liner lashes. But just creating a little extra over here kind of like makes it seem like this eye is a little more even with this one. So I'm chronically trying to open this lid up to the point that in my head I was like, you know what I should do? I should use Peter Thomas Roth on my bad eye and see if it will just, like, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Is that a good idea? I kind of, in my head, I was like, that's a great idea. It's so good. All right. I want to take my baby itty bitty and I'm trying to see what you guys like for skin tint. I'm seeing Wet n Wild. What do I collect other than makeup? Jewelry. But I'm picky. Like, I don't have a super expansive collection, but if you guys knew that I just like love jewelry, I mean, obviously you know, but I kind of find pieces that are staples and then I stick with them for a very long time. Like I bought this one on Amazon. This is Justine Clenque. I think I have this linked. But like if I find a piece of jewelry that I really, really love, I wear it 20 years, I wear it forever. So that's more of like my collection because everything has a story and it kind of fits in my everyday life, but it's not like super expansive. It's just curated really, really well. So I'm going in now to the next deepest shade on a much smaller brush, and I'm just going to pat and really deepen this very outer edge. There we go. Favorite Sol de Janeiro, just the original. Can we tell? Like, I know I try a lot of makeup and this and that, but I'm like a very loyal person. If I find something that I like it pretty much forever. Not to say that I don't like trying new things, but I'm someone that will try the new thing out of curiosity, and then I'll be like, oh, I got something in my eye. I'll be like, going back to the original because I just like that more. And sometimes after I lay down the darkest, I will very like lightly go in with my initial crease brush, not loading any more product, but just kind of smoothing everything out. We want blended, blurred, smoothed, all of that. Now, my plan for today is to do liner and kind of have more of a, not a fox eye, but more wide set. So now what we are going to do, should I do liner first or this? Okay, so Half Magic had sent me singles and this Z palette of theirs, and it was just the 6 singles, but they keep coming out with new shades. I have no idea what these shades are gonna be, so let's take a peek. This is the shade Possessed Pearl. Ooh. How do I get this out of here? I will swatch this. You guys tell me which one I should wear. This is Possessed Pearl. That's not gonna go with me today, but that's pretty. Then we have Tickle Spell. Oh my gosh, this kind of driving me nuts. This looks pretty, but recently I've been like, dude, why do I keep wearing gold when I know that warm tones look so trash on me? Like I can do neutral warm, like what I'm wearing on the lids right now, this is good. But when I get too yellow orangey, it just looks so bad. I do have new Patrick Ta too that I bought myself. I just got one of the new shades of these. This guy. Would you ever do a jewelry video? I'd love to see the collection. I might. I mean, that could be an interesting tour. Everything has like a little story. This is pretty. This is more my speed. Because I love everything that has any kind of a taupey, purpley thing to it. So these are the new ones. I don't know that I'm that wowed. Are we wowed? I feel bad saying that, but I'm not losing my mind. If you want a shadow from Half Magic that is so stunning, Pebble. Like write that down. Pebble is the most beautiful, mocha, shiny, reflective. I don't know that I'm into these new ones, let's take a peek at what I got from Patrick Ta. This is in the shade Always on Your Mind. Whoa. Those are way more punchy. She doesn't have a game plan. Okay. What do we do? Love Pebble, gonna look for Pebble. It's all about Pebble, right? Danessa Shadows art, if you're looking for like really like, whoa, Danessa Shadows are where it's at for sure. I think I'm gonna go in, gosh darn it. And then I have the Light in Your Eyes palette here somewhere that I just talked about. I put it, I'll do it next time. I'm gonna go in and kind of throw a little shadow close to the lash line, really smudge it up, and then just put a little bit of a topper on. This is from Essence. You guys, I have a full Face of Essence video coming, I want to say tomorrow. That might be tomorrow's video. Spoiler alert, I love this. This is a chubby stick pencil that you can use as liner, but you can definitely put it on the lid and just fluff it out and have the quickest smoky eye, and it wears so well. So when I do this kind of a look, I'll show you just like how pretty that is. It's just the perfect kind of ready, chocolatey, creamy. It's like $3.99. Really, really good. Really user-friendly. And I think this color will look good on most people. So you can literally just do this business, line the eyes really quickly, and then I am taking an ES6 and just blending it out. Knowing that I'm gonna put shimmer on top of it, that is gonna give this a more blended look. So again, in the process of doing your makeup, like you have to kind of understand that if you want these more smoky, kind of fantasy-ish looks, it's gonna look freaking weird in the process. Like I can't say that enough. Where did my eyeliner go? Organized woman, you put it in here, where did it go? I'm going to take a Pixie liner. This is in Deep Plum. No, I had a Pixie liner here somewhere. Where did you run off to? Don't you hate that when you know you put something somewhere and like you really cannot find it? Ah, okay. This is the one I was looking for. This is in Black Cocoa. I am going to go really close to the lash line. And that just gives you, do you see how much more framing my eye has now? Wait, we're not done. Do the other side. Okay. Now we go in to a little bit of this topper. I'm gonna go in, do I wanna do that? No, I'm just gonna go in with the lighter one with my fingertip. I'm gonna tilt back, kind of go over everything we just did. It's a little bit like underpainting, but with a sequined shadow, because now I still have that depth by my lash line, but everything looks super uniform and blended. And it really just looks like I have one shade on the lid and then something in the crease. It doesn't look like that shadow and liner are there, but they are doing a good job to support the whole look. And I just got that crap everywhere. Gosh darn it. Really pretty. I love it, except for I got a ton of fallout. My bad. James from the other room, check out detailsbytati.com. The link is in the chat right now. And I always have everything linked in the description box for you guys. My brushes, products used. If I end up putting something else in, like this Patrick Ta duo, I'll do a better job of adding links right after the live. Okay, so we're at the point where I want to be a little bit fussy with the brows and then put on some mascara. I'm gonna go in with my Powder Lauder from NYX. Love this one. Tilting your head back when you are applying any kind of a shimmer glitter product is so key. Literally, this eye right here, almost no fallout, and then this one I was getting sloppy and I was just doing this, and it's all underneath my eye. So that technique of just kind of just like leaning back really works. You can always use a glitter glue, but if you're doing something where you're putting the topper on top of other shadows, you can potentially ruin what you've laid down. So I don't always like doing that. I will use a good setting spray, especially when I'm wearing shimmers, glitters, what have you, once I am completely done. But the lean back trick does work. So good. So, so good. Okay, so before I go in with lashes, just so that I'm not ruining the mascara, I am going to do this in advance. This is probably going to make me sneeze. I'm going to try and hold my breath. Like hairspray for your face. Whew. Did they add fragrance to this? This is the new larger bottle. I am so happy they made a larger bottle because I kept buying the itty bitty ones and they're just annoying, right? This is, how many ounces? It's so much bigger. I love it. I actually feel like I like this one better than the one size. Except for I think they added fragrance or something in there. It's more scented. The chocolate pen. Which one? I'll add them both to the description. Look, my Jasper was just like, F you, what did you just spray? Do you hear him going off? He's like, Level 11, level 12, level 21, you just sprayed something toxic. Whoops. This is, the whole thing just turned red. Is this shaving years off my life? It might be, but my makeup will look great. This is the Blend and Line Shadow Stick from Essence. This is in the shade Full of Beans. And then the Pixie liner is in Black Cocoa. I'm gonna go turn that off. The crazy thing is, I have a Jasper. It's an air purifier that has an auto sensor. So literally when I'm doing my hair, the one in my room will go off. But the thing that's crazy to me is I'll do my setting spray sometimes in the bathroom and the Jasper's like kind of far away. Like he's by the window in the bedroom. My bathroom's like way down over here. I'm tucked away doing everything over here. I'll spray and then I'll give it literally like 5 minutes. I'll be in my closet and I'll hear Jasper turn himself on and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like are these sprays really that bad? Because I went down like, not a rabbit hole or craziness, but like just awareness of like what's in our cosmetics, what's in our water, what's in our food. You can make everything bad. And I started to stress out about everything a little too much. So I was like, scale it back, like don't be psychotic about it, you know, eat clean, eat healthy, do well, be vibrant, do the things that you know are really in your control. But like, if you're using cosmetics, like let's not like totally get stressed out about it. But then when I'm using aerosols and like the thing is triggered, it does make me think. It kind of makes me go, ugh. But I haven't found a non-aerosol for like hairspray, texturizer for the hair, for the face that works as well. Like sometimes you just need the big guns of like what is gonna work, you know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on that? The spray probably isn't good for our health. It's not. It's not. I don't use it every day. If I know I'm gonna have a long day, like today's a long day and I'm doing my makeup and guess what? She's got things to do, she's got places to go, people to meet. I don't have time to be fussing and powdering it. Like once I'm done, I'm done. And so if it's that kind of a day, then I will take the risk and I will use the spray. Do I use it every day? No, because I don't think it's good for our health. So I kind of feel like as I'm talking this through out loud, I'm like, should I really be recommending this? Don't know. All right, we need earrings and some mascara. Oh my gosh, to Liz, your coworker is falling asleep in his cubicle. I keep hearing him snore. I guess we are both doing things that we're not supposed to be doing during work. I'll share a story with you. When I worked in accounting, I would get my work done on time, but then like you have to be there for 8 hours and you're in like an office setting in a cubicle. And you're like, this is so boring. Oh my God, I can't. I was like 19 and I'm not even making this up. I had POs because way back when, like in the Stone Ages, way back when, like 20 plus years ago, the POs were on actual paper, like handwriting everything. And I would put paper like around me so that if someone was walking by and saw me, they would think that I was working. But sometimes I would be so tired that I just like have it out, and I like learned how to sleep or take like baby naps, like sitting up in my office chair. And then I could kind of hear someone coming in and I'd kind of like come to life and be like with this. Oh, it was so bad. Like honestly, I hated it. I hated it. That was not as bad as being a perfume model though. All right, you guys, that is one of the most horrendous jobs ever. If you ever see someone sampling perfume and they're like, would you like to try Giorgio Armani? Just say yes. Just say, I would love to. Thank you. You literally are saying the same thing over and over and over and over for 8 hours. You're not selling anything. You're literally just going, Ralph Lauren romance. Ralph Lauren Rome, it makes you lose your mind, okay? And your I don't know how much damage I did to my endocrine system way back when doing that, but the job paid good money and I needed it, and so I did it. And I'm in high heels. So what I would do during that job is I took a lot of bathroom breaks, and I just remember sitting in the women's bathroom at Nordstrom, just sat on the toilet and just like not going to the bathroom, but just like thinking of like, how long can I realistically get away with sitting here because my feet hurt and I just can't even do this anymore. So I've had a lot of those kind of jobs. Someone says, Tati, maybe that's why you developed a sensitivity to fragrance. That's actually really funny. Yeah, maybe. Like literally 8 hours. Can you imagine? 8 hours. I felt like my hair, my eyelashes, my hands, my whole body just reeked of Ralph Lauren romance by the time I was done with a shift. Like, you know, someone that works in a kitchen, or like my sister worked at Cheesecake Factory, and I'd pick her up from work sometimes and I'd be like, you smell like restaurant. Like, ew, you smell like a weird array of food. I would just smell like a perpetual air freshener. And it was a wild time. Wild time. Okay, let's do mascara. I've already curled my lashes. I pre-curled them. I have a new one. This is a tubing mascara from Jane Iredale. They have a black and a brown. I'm gonna go in with the black, and then we're going to lash. And the look is actually coming together. When I say trust the process, it really is a full trust the process system, because when you just have the base on and things don't look right and you don't have the brows or the eyes, like you gotta just like go in and get to that finish line and figure out what works for your face shape, your eye shape, all of that. I always like to remind people, like, you don't need anyone's permission to try something new when it comes to how you look. So play with the makeup, it washes off. Do you know what's funny? My nose is now about to run, and I have been fooling myself being like, oh, it's the turn of the season. You guys, it's the turn of the season. I have allergies. It's probably all the hair products and face crap that I spray, if I'm being honest, that I want to be in denial about. Oh, it couldn't be that because I love it too much. The spray that I used, I saw someone ask, was the Infallible from L'Oreal. This is nice. No burning, because I'm a sensitive woman. My eyes are so sensitive that usually with mascara, if it's gonna burn, it burns right away. Like the new Kosas one, I love how it looks, and it's like a more clean formula, so it really surprised me that like immediately it started burning, like right at the base of my lashes. I am not mad at this. This is really, really nice. Really, really nice. Like I want more is more, so I'm gonna put the lashes on, but this could be absolutely enough. The mirror I got from a subscriber, they sent it to me. And like, it's my favorite thing ever. If you guys remember, I had the mirror that said fairest to them all. And then I went through a weird phase where I was like, I don't want to be about myself. And this is just wrong. I stopped using it and then I lost it. Okay. We're gonna lash and then we're done. I am getting my hair done. Not this week, next week. I think I'm gonna go darker. What do you guys think? right, so I have some pre-cut 421s. I reuse these quite a bit. Just pop them right back in the container. And then if you use the velour lash glue, any of the excess typically comes off really easily. Not right when you peel the lashes off. I feel like the warmth from your skin makes it a little gummy and harder to pull off. But the next time you use them, if you just kind of clean up the lash band, they're fine. This glue, it's the best. Someone says they're loving the Half Magic tubing for sensitive eyes. It's really very good. Like mascaras can give me a headache if it's the wrong one, and that one never does. Sarah Criel is also really good if you're sensitive, so is Thrive. The Milani tubing, terrible. Tarte tubing, awful. So they're not all the same. Just because it's a tubing does not mean it's gonna look great or feel great. You have been warned. I actually didn't get into tubing mascara because I tried the Tarte one and literally I was like, eh, like yuck, like no. Okay. Is it going to be a good lash day or a bad lash day? We are good. Have you guys seen the new Makeup Forever creams that are like duo chromatic? I kind of want to buy. I am tempted. I was just thinking about how like this is a very standard Tati kind of a look. I had a look that I did on TikTok. Not that I did a tutorial on, but just makeup that I was wearing. And people were like, this looks like updated 2016 makeup. I love it. What is the shadow? And it's the loose powders. I think they're called the Starlight powders from Makeup Forever. And I was just looking in the monitor thinking, I haven't talked about those in a while. And those are really, really solid too. This is pretty. The Patrick Ta one is pretty. Makeup Forever, if you get any loose powders that are really glimmery, shimmery, let me tell you, you will have them forever. Like they really don't expire, they don't go bad, and you need such a small amount that it's like a one-time investment. Tubing mascara is just regular mascara, like it goes on kind of like regular mascara, but it forms tubes around your individual lashes. So when you are taking it off at the end of the day, it doesn't just wash off like normal mascara, like these little tubes. It like almost looks like your lashes are falling out, which can be kind of scary when you first take it off, but it's just the tubes coming off when you're washing your eye makeup off. The good news about it tubing is it stays put. It holds a curl really well. So if you have very stubborn lashes that refuse to hold a curl, this will hold them in place and you get zero smudgies, zero flakies. And that's literally what irritates my eyes the most is when mascara flakes into my eyes. I wear contact lenses and it just makes me crazy. So I found that tubing mascara has been this really nice way to not have smudges and not irritate my eyes and hold a curl. So I'm kind of like, I'm really stuck in that lane. And we're in. We're good. Let that dry a little bit, and then I usually like to clean up the lash line just a tiny little bit. Let me continue fussing for a moment because I hear James on the phone. and I need him to shut the live down. So where'd my idiot? I'm all over the place here. Oh my God. Here we go. Have you ever used a blow dryer on your lash curler? You know, I have, and a lot of people swear by that tip. I just find it kind of an unnecessary step, if I'm being honest. I feel like I'm always going to potentially burn my lash line or like over burn my lashes and they'll fall out. Like, I don't know that it's like the best tip, but I will say this, if you, back to the tubing mascara, if you use a tubing mascara, put it on, let it dry all the way. You have to make sure that your lash curler is clean when you do this technique. So I want to say that loudly, make sure there's no gumminess on your actual lash curler. But once the tubing mascara has dried, because it's coating those individual lashes, if you go in and give a few quick pulses, it will literally just mold them into place and they will stay that way all day long. There's something about tubing mascara that like kind of molds, but also it doesn't get stuck to your lash curler, which is why a lot of people say, don't put on mascara and then curl your lashes, you're gonna lose your lashes. It's because it kind of dries the lash out when you have mascara on it and it can stick to your lash curler, but with tubing mascara, you don't have to worry about that. So that's another kind of weirder tip. Yeah, you can burn yourself really bad doing, if you're like not careful, and it's not like you know the measurement of heat, like you're blasting it, it's metal, it's getting hot and you're kind of patting it and you're like, this is good. Once you get close to your eye, it's like, oh, no, that was a little too hot. And then you have irritation. I just don't think it's the best thing. I want to do up the nose just a little bit more. Whoa. I'm a big fan of finishing touches once everything is on. Like a lot of people have it in their head, like, oh, once my liner's on and once the lashes are on, like I can't add any more shadow. Yes, you can. You can balance things out. Things will look different once you have everything on. And makeup is all about balancing. I'm pretty happy with today's makeup. It's not my favorite ever, but not bad. I do really like this lip. I gotta say that these are like the discovery of this live. I really, really love that. I already knew I liked the Patrick Ta, so that's not like a surprise to me. And then this Carslin powder, like legit so, so good. So sometimes after I am done setting the face, like I had already wet and set the face, I will go back in with a touch of powder, just like in the areas that I super need to lock down, and that can help a lot too. And I'm rocking second day hair. I really find I only get like my best, like first day. I try to make second day work, but it never has the same volume. The t-shirt brand is Citizens of Humanity, but they don't make it anymore. That's why James makes fun of me in this shirt. He's like, it is so old, it is so ratty, can I please get you to throw it away? And I'm like, no. Like, I love it. I love the deep V. I love the length of the sleeves. If I could find another one like it, I would buy it immediately. But he hates it. looks gorgeous every time and says not her favorite. Thank you so much. What I'm like being picky over is the foundation didn't lay down as well as I would like it to, and I didn't do as good of a job with the Peter Thomas Roth, which is like, I've said it like 5 times over during this live, it is a learning curve. Like when I use this underneath the eye, it's almost like you want to put on concealer first and then go in with the foundation, because you will have a little bit of a different texture underneath the eyes. It's the weirdest product. It does smooth you out, but you have to work with your makeup differently when you use a product like that. I love the eyes. I think the eyes are so pretty. Did not love, sadly, the blush. Now these are like, if you like this kind of a blush, I think you will be so into it. My issue is I have a lot that I'm covering up in this area. I'm also battling like just the shape of my face. Like with blush, it can make things look weird right away. So yeah, I never like this style of blush. I like a pan cream or just a traditional powder. The tubing mascara from Jane Iredale though, hot. So good. I'm so surprised. No burning sensation, gave volume, gave separation, gave length. This is a good one. And then everything else is pretty much like my go-to standards. It's all listed and linked in the description box. I'll add a few more things like this Patrick Ta Duo in Always On Your Mind. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes as that glimmery, and I really, really like it. Lori, you are doing the most. Thank you so, so much. All right, I still hear him on the phone. So if you guys have, we can like chit chat. If you have beauty questions, let me know. Let me know right now. I have a little time. I had a meeting yesterday, you guys, where seriously, have you ever had like a job interview or like a meeting or something, and you think you're so prepared and confident, and like something comes over you in the moment to like do this like lightning bolt of anxiety? That does not happen to me often because I'm very used to just talking about nothing and everything, and I'm filming and like I know how to like bring the conversation. But for some reason, oh, and I have like secondhand embarrassment over it, I froze. I literally was like, like like literally for about 30 seconds, if it was like a scene from a movie, like the audience would be like, come on, get back up. Like, what are you doing? And I was able to kind of get back up and like nail the landing and get the meeting done. But like, and cool things are coming, PS. Like I'm working on a lot right now, but it was something I really wanted to go after, and I fully, dude, I just spit on myself. I fully like froze. Like I fully froze. What is that? Like, and you don't think you're nervous at all. You think you're relaxed and fine. And then all of a sudden, like you go to open your mouth and you're like, it's the worst. And like, now I'm going to be afraid that that'll happen again. And that's the thing to get over, is to not let your brain be the decider of how things will like be moving forward, right? We tell ourselves stories all the time. And I have to get out of my own way, my own head of like, just because that happened one time doesn't mean it will happen every time. And that's kind of like what my anxiety was in the past, by the way. I've shared pretty openly with you guys, I used to have panic attacks. Like legit feeling like you're breathing through a straw panic attacks, like the room is spinning, oh no, am I gonna pass out? Like those kind of panic attacks would come on, and it would feel like they would come on at random. Like I wouldn't really know what was triggering them. And this was more dominantly in my 20s, but like what would happen is I became fearful that that would happen when I was out and about. And so I wouldn't have anxiety, but I would have anxiety about potentially having anxiety. And that is a whole thing to like get through. And so what I'm doing right now is like trying to laugh off like certain situations where I'm like, wow, I really messed up there. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna mess up every time, you know? Having anxiety about anxiety, Lori, Tati, you are all of us. But it's so true. And like, honestly, if I can be like so for real, a lot of my anxiety about having anxiety was more so about like, I don't want to ruin everybody else's good time. Like if we're at a restaurant and I'm like, like I'm going to be the buzzkill that like ruins the night. And so I'd rather just not. I'd rather just be like, no, I'm gonna stay at home because I don't want to be the buzzkill. And like that was like a whole thing to get through. And then, which like in my 20s was very much where I would use alcohol as a crutch, right? Which would have its own rebound, where the next day then I'd have anxiety. Like maybe I could get through all the social interaction and whatnot by drinking, but then the next day I'd be like just, you know, dying. And so when I did finally get sober, YouTube was like a huge fascination for me. Like I felt like it gave me the social interaction and the feeling of community. Like even when I was just a viewer, like I really, really loved it. And then I was like, I'm gonna do a channel too. And it gave me enough of an outlet to feel kind of normal. So it's interesting that way back when, if you look at the beginning of my career, like I'm so soft-spoken and I'm like, hi guys, and just so shy, because that was like legit. I was battling down my demons of anxiety so hardcore, but I really craved friendship and community and all of that. So it was like a motivator for me to do it and to kind of like move through the fear. Because I also think the best way to battle down fear is to just like not think about it, just go and be okay. If it happens in public that I have a panic attack, whatever, just go. And you find that you kind of get through it, if that makes sense. Ala stopped drinking about 3 years ago and don't have as much anxiety. Yes, right? Like, so when I was drinking, I was thinking that I was somehow helping my anxiety. I was making it worse. Like, I legit was making it so much worse. It was just this loop that was like never ending. Wendy says, Tati, have you tried the brown Lancome mascara? It's better than black. Which one? The Hypnose? I haven't gotten into Lancome mascara in a long time, but they used to be like the team leader of mascara. Like everybody loved Lancome mascara. I use Revision C+1 and my freckles are gone. Well, I need that right now then. Like honestly, I stopped using my Nurse Jamie brightening bar for like a week and my pigmentation darkened again. And so I'm like, great, well now I'm gonna be a slave to that brightening bar because it actually was doing something. But when I stop doing the things, it's like it comes back no matter what. It's very annoying. Have you tried the Kevin Aucoin tubing? No, but I want to because I'm still on like my tubing mascara mission, which I could just stop. I have like 3 top ones that I love so much, but it's kind of now like foundation where it's like, I'll never stop trying new foundation because what if a new one comes out that is so much better? And I kind of feel that way with tubing mascara where I'm like, well, I love this one, but what else they got, you know? What's on my nails? It's a gel manicure. I go to this place in Dallas. It's a Russian manicure technique where they do a dry manicure. This is 2 weeks and we're still glossy and good. I love the way they do nails. I'm afraid to ask any questions. It's the funniest thing. I'm terrified of my nail tech. She's so good, but she scares me. So I'm afraid to even be like, what's the name of the polish? Because I think she'll just give me a look. There's a huge language barrier and she's very serious, but she's like so legit good that I don't even care. I'm like, I will show up. And I went 2 weeks ago and they were like an hour behind and I'm sitting there and James was like, you waited an extra, did you say anything about waiting an hour? And I'm like, no, because like, it's not worth the risk. Like, I just love going there so much. I will not say anything. I'll try to be a little more detective with like the brand and what they're using, but I haven't been able to like get a close enough look at the bottle. So I just point to like the nail swatch and I'm like, this one. So yeah, that's that. I really do want to do, like, have we seen the gel where it's black and then like a silver metallic and then a jelly red and it looks like cat eye, like super cool. I want to do that. That's a Russian thing, gotta be serious. Look, I get it, I get it. My family is Latvian and it's the same, I mean, my last name literally translates to Little Russian. So I understand the seriousness. Like, literally, my grandma on my dad's side, rest in peace, but this woman was so stoic. Like, she was just legit business in the house. The sheets are ironed, everything's perfect, not a ton of emotion, right? So it is like a cultural thing. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Michelle, what is your go-to makeup look? Probably something like this, something that has a little bit of shimmer, a little lash. I like my 421s. Those are the standard go-to. I can do my makeup a lot faster when I'm not, you know, looking at the chat and talking things through and giving techniques, but this is pretty much the go-to. Allah, I am Russian, so I know, LOL. Like, I don't think that they're like mean people. It's just my nail tech is serious. Like, she's like so serious. And I'm the kind of person that's just like, ah, you know, and I think like I'm the annoying American, right? Like, this was like something that I would talk about with my friends from the UK. Like, Fleur would always be like, oh my gosh, you're so painfully American. And I'm like, stop, like, just like, we kind of roast each other over it. But because I always would hop into cabs and be like, how's your day going? And like, she's like, oh my gosh, like, tone it down. I'm like, I can't, like, I don't know how. It's just how I am. Yeah, New York taxi cab drivers, they hate me. Like, literally, I would try to get a smile out of any of them. I'd hop in a cab and be like, how's it going? And they're just like, where to? You know? And I'm just not like that. I will say this, my one annoyance though with overly friendly people is when you're shopping and someone wants to follow you around the store. I'm like, please stop. Like, please. Like, I need to touch the clothes without someone like popping up and being like, isn't that the softest material you've ever felt? Like, I feel like it's an SNL sketch when someone doesn't pick up on the vibe that you just want to like be in the zone yourself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Please have a link to your rings. I only can link this one, and it should be in the description right now. This mesh ring that I got from QVC, I love it. Everything else, these are 20 years old. This is 20 years old. This one is still available, but it's over $1,000. This is diamonds, David Yurman. I can link this one. I just always feel, I don't know why, I feel weird linking this one. I've had this one for about 8 years. So like when I find jewelry that I like, it's not here for a season, it's here for my life's journey, is kind of how I look at it. Oh yeah, I'm just browsing. And I know all the tricks because I've been in retail. So I know the open-ended questions. I know all of it. I know the psychology. I'm like, I'm trained up in this too. So I'm like the perpetual, like when people are like, what are you in here today for? What's going on? Just taking a wander, just browsing through. But they have a job to do. Like, I get it. I get it, I get it. Your rings are older than me? Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for being here. Oh my gosh. I have such like a wide like age range of people who watch me. I love it. It's really, really good. Kendra Scott also still has the locket you wore last week. It's in my cart. Oh, good. That one's actually really, really nice. I've had that one for over a year. She's still in great shape. Wear it all the time. I'm a retail vet too. You know the tricks, right, Lori? Like, you know everything that they're saying, why they're saying it. And you know the other thing, like, have you guys ever gotten your makeup done at a makeup counter? And like, they always have like the one other person that bops in and is like, oh my gosh, you look amazing. What blush did she use? And then like the person doing your makeup is like, we used this. And then they're like, wow, you have to leave with that. That looks amazing. And like, you look in the mirror and you look like a clown. Like, I've had that experience one too many times. And like, I also know that game because I used to do makeup at Nordstrom at the Bare Minerals counter. But it's just, it's so funny. It's so funny. All the dumb things that go down in retail. Ugh. Yeah, and you have to be like, you have to be mindful. Like, don't let anyone tell you how you should look or how you should feel about something. Like, I think you can get your arm twisted pretty easily if you're not aware, so Oh yeah, Lori, oh, you should try that on for sure. Oh my gosh, this sweater is made for you. Yep. Oh my gosh. But sometimes it works. Like sometimes when I'm trying things on, I find it really annoying at first and I need to work on getting annoyed with this. But like, have you ever had the person be like, I saw that you like these pants, so I went ahead and I put this dress and top and a tank in the fitting room for you also, just if you're in the mood. And like, I don't know, the first gut reaction is like, ugh, like I have a bad attitude about it. I'm like, I like to pick my own clothes. Like, what a brat, right? But then sometimes you put on what they pick out and you're like, oh, this is really nice, you know? So like they're doing their job. So funny. Oh my gosh. Also, wait, have I ever shared with you guys at Nordstrom, they would bribe us like so hard. They would bribe us. If you opened 3 credit cards, you would get to go upstairs and they had this big bin of all this like very expensive perfume and makeup and you could pick one item from like their beauty closet. When I tell you I was a machine sweet talking everyone into opening a credit card. But I had a mission this one particular day because my buddy really wanted this John Barbados fragrance as a gift for his boyfriend. He was going to like a birthday dinner or something and I'm like, look, I can make this happen right now. Like I can do this, watch. And like this was kind of back in my time of like manifesting and creating outcomes that will come to life right now. And I literally was really into The Secret at the time and I was like, we can make this happen. And I did it. Like, I don't know how. Everyone said yes. And I opened 3 credit card accounts and I was so pleased with myself. I marched right upstairs to the executive offices because the Nordstrom that I worked at was Nordstrom 1 downtown Seattle. And I got him the cologne and it was just like one of those memories that's like so stupid, like so victorious, but like it stands out. Yeah, but they would like, it felt like, honestly, the Nordstrom Seattle was like Devil Wears Prada. Like we had the big boss, her name was Stella, and everybody would be like ringing the phones and be like, Stella's coming, Stella's walking the floor. And everyone's like, oh, look busy, you know, and we're like cleaning and like making everything look like nice. But it was like, it was so intense to work at that location. It had to be like, checking the dust like perfect at all times. If you were leaning and lounging, like no, they expect you to be cleaning or doing something. So it was funny. But I had a lot of really good memories working there. Like there's something fun about retail when you get in with your little family in like your little nook area of where you're working. Like I worked next to Prescriptives, YSL, and I don't know why, and I think Clarins. And then there was a Tom Ford fragrance area right behind us. So we always got to hang out with the Tom Ford fragrance people. And like we had our little family and we would have each other's back. And like, I don't know, I liked it for the time that I was there. Here comes James.
Babe, you've been going for like
I
2
know.
hours.
Well, you were on the phone, so I didn't want to like holler down the hallway like, hey, come turn it off. All right, you guys. My makeup's done. We had a good chat. I hope you enjoyed this. Come back tomorrow because we are 5 days a week for a fresh new video. If you have not seen my Sephora picks, hits, and misses, that was up yesterday. I will have that linked in the description box as well. Go give it a like, give it a comment. And other than that, you guys, go and have a great day. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Mwah.